pushes me against the wall. I will never forget him saying ngakubulala. I will never forget him saying ngakukhombisa ukuthi namhla ngingubaba wakho. Pushed me against the wall. He strangled me.
Lights, camera, action, so set me free.
When it's colder, you give me shelter. Bring me closer, so we can greater. When it's colder and it's October, I can count on you.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, I know that I had said I was gonna post every other 2 weeks or every other week. Yeah, when you're a busy person, things don't just go your way. Also, I'd like to apologize if, like, you see the ring, the light is reflected on my glasses. I had to wear my glasses. Yeah. So, as you've seen, this video is about how I'm laughing. Like, I'm not really laughing because this shit is funny. But like, wow, how I would like to believe I was wrongfully, I don't know if I should say assaulted, but like, yeah, one crap out of it. And before I go on, let's just, guys, do you see the bros? Do you see this face? For cute pictures, please do go on my Instagram at Butleboo, at Butle Knows Best. Yeah, you'll see these pictures. Gang. Okay, now back to what this video is about. How my father almost killed me. And it's so funny how I get to talk about this and not cry anymore, because wow, yo, what you're gonna hear is hectic. I promise you. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's really get into it right now. This is how the story goes. Yeah. This is a real life situation. Disclaimer is that I'm not trying to tell this to people maybe to get subscribers or to feel like, or to get like sympathy. I just felt like it was just time for me to actually open and be just very be open about this whole thing, because I've had people ask me of where my father is, whether he's alive or not. He is alive, very much alive, and yeah, he is very much alive. It's just that I wrote him off in my life personally. Like, I wrote him off. So yeah, this is why I wrote him off. This right here is why I wrote him off. This 2015. Yeah, I just turned 18, and like, really before that, me and my, like, it's really hard for him to call him my dad sometimes, but yeah, I'll have to do it for the purpose of the video. Sorry guys. And so yeah, me and my dad really, like, we have had issues of him, like communication barriers and whatnot. So like, when I turned 18, well, it goes back to way before to 2014. Yeah, when I finished my grade 12, which is Form 5 in Swaziland. Yo, guys. Wow. Let me just relay the story, like, chronologically, like the events and whatnot. So my dad is one of those guys that has a lot of kids that he can't really, keep tabs on. So yeah, 2014 I finished like my Form 5, which is grade 12 in South Africa, which is matric for other schools. I finished my Form 5. So I had to apply for a scholarship to go into varsity, and he was like, no, you're not gonna do that, I'll pay for your fees. My father paid, he failed to pay for my high school fees and he was telling me I'm not gonna get any scholarship. He's gonna pay for my varsity fees in South Africa. That time I kitchen over 40,000. That time it was 40 something thousand. And I was like, no, let me continue applying for like scholarship. So as a scholarship. So yeah, we go about this whole thing. He ends up saying, okay, cool, apply for the Swazi scholarship. Okay, sharp. When you fill in the forms, you need to have like umgijimi, invona, your chief and whatnot. So because I'm a Masego, I had to register my father's things, like my father's particulars, because in Swaziland, like in Eswatini, umphana wakabo babakhe. So in the form, I filled everything in, and then I had to go with him to get my form signed by the chief, which was written in my father's particulars name. I must come. I come, and then he just, he was very cold. He was very moody. He was like, you know what, just leave your certificate. I'm gonna have it signed up for you because I know the chief. Whatnot. I'm like, cool, as long as I get to 2015. I was turning 18. So, like, based on the history, he wouldn't, like, he'd leave me on red, like, blue takes, maybe ignore my calls and whatnot. Not maybe, but he'd actually, like, ignore my calls or just pick up and just say he's tired, he wants to sleep. That was it. So there was no relationship, really, like, when I got to high school. There's no relationship, really. So, yeah. So, 2015, I'm turning 18. For me to actually write my exams, because they know that I'm turning 18, like my grading exams, I need an ID, and I can't write my exams without my ID. I wish the text I'd sent to him. So it was like a paragraph. So it is basically me explaining how I needed my certificates, my birth certificate that he took in 2014 for me to actually have like scholarship application done. He took my birth certificate, right? So I was explaining to him how I needed my birth certificate to go get my identity card done, so that I was able to write my exams, because I was 18, and at that time really ID was ofanele uba mawuna 18 kufanele usonayo, yabo. So hayi ke umfethu ignore blue ticks. I tell my mom, I'm like, yo, this and that. She's like, asathi sidawenza njani. Hayi sihlale sibe stressed for amalangana vele. Sibe stressed. And then, like, one day, I took it upon myself to actually go to his house to get my birth certificate. And I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell anyone. I was just there like, you know what? I woke up, went to Babani, because that's where he lived. Or lives. I don't know. I took the initiative, and I went. I left home with my own. I didn't tell anyone. When I got to Mbabane, I was told that he moved from the house I knew. He went to live in Tembelihle. I didn't know where that was, because I'm a Manzini girl. I didn't know Mbabane that much, except for town and certain places around town. So yeah, like, only his girlfriend told me that the place was in Tembelihle and whatnot. Yo, hi, I got to Mbabane, it was around 10 a.m. So I called him. Mind you, my phone calls, I called him. I'm like, yo, hello. I called him quite a number of times. His phone wasn't picked up. I called his then girlfriend. She was like, oh no, we're cleaning, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you when we leave, so we come pick you up. We meet you up in town, and yeah, we go to the house and whatnot. 10 a.m. Please take note of that time. 10 a.m. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I called my friends that lived in Baban. I'm like, yo, guys, I'm in Baban. Can we hang while I wait for my dad and his girlfriend? And my friends pulled through. We chilled at the park, having fun, listening to music, kitty stuff, man, teenager stuff. Yeah, time went by. My friends were telling me, no, we need to go. I'm like, yo, guys, also need to go. And then I called a girlfriend again. I'm like, I've been waiting. So 5 p.m. So I've been waiting. So what do I do now? She's like, oh, I forgot. I really forgot. And yeah, gibela ikhumbi lethe mbelihle, and then ask them to drop you off by blah 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 blah. I don't remember much because fuck if I can. It's like, yeah, gibela ikhumbi wehlelana, and then we'll come get you from there. I'm like, cool, no problem, that's fine. Ngayigibela ikhumbi, guys, ngayigibela ikhumbi ngiyikhumbula kahle beyi-red ibawuthe mbelihle. Ngayigibela ikhumbi ngehla la bathi ngehle khona. I jumped off. And then I made a phone call. Mind you, like, it was around 5:30 then. Because, yeah, like, there's a whole new in town, It was around 5:30. I'm not familiar with the place. I'm alone. I'm a female. I got off the combi. Ngashaya. Phone. I called my dad. I called the girlfriend. No one answered. I don't know how many times I called them. And then around 6, it's getting dark. A car pulls up. I don't know these people. They try to get me into the car. It was a BMW, a nice fancy BMW. And then luckily some guy came through and he saw that I was in distress and whatnot. He came through and helped me out. Like, this guy literally came through for me. Like, he was sent by God. Because he came, he was like, oh, sis, I'm so lungmele ncesi except vele yeah senkhona asambe. And then annoyed, these people like left, these guys left with their car and they were ready to get me inside, harassing me. They left. And this guy asked me why I was standing alone and it was getting dark and whatnot. I told him I was waiting for my dad or his girlfriend or someone from the house to come get me. And then he's like, can't you call anyone? I'm like, yeah, I tried calling them, but like, let me try to call my brother. I called my older brother, who actually came through for me. He actually walked from town to me. That was like a good 30 minutes. So it was around 6:30 when he got to me, or later than that, but it was dark. My brother came through, got to the house. Oh, we walked to the house. When we got to the house, I'm like, yo, hi, kid, double story, gang, sharp, this nigga here. Done, built a nice ass house. Hi, no siyambongela. Got into the house. 2 baby mamas in the house. My siblings are in the house. His friends are in the house. My dad's friends are in the house. I say hello to everyone. Everyone is all smiles. Hello, hi, hey. He's quiet. I went to him personally, said hello to him personally. I'm like, so what about? He just looked at me. Never said anything. Guys, let me go get water because talk about this. Guys, I forgot to tell you all of this, ne? It happened a week after my birthday. Just a week after my birthday. In August. A week after my birthday. So yeah. Get to the house, he doesn't say hello back, sharp. His friends left. Had I known, I would have left with his friends. Had I fucking known, I would have left with his friends. Guys, the shit that went down after. Had I known. Bahambi Bangan. Friends left. He called me, like, he never said, oh, hi, I'm sorry I couldn't say hi back. I had friends over. Nope. He called me to his room. Yeah. The first thing I got was a slap. I was so shocked at like where I just posed. Like, what the fuck just happened? Next thing, like, you know the extension cord. Why go bang? Va. Still couldn't cry. I'm like, what the fuck, bruh? Guys, this was a lot for me. Like, so I'm sorry if my language is offensive and whatnot. I'm so sorry. So let's go on. I was so shocked. What the hell, bruh? He asked me, who am I to you? Like, I'm shocked. Like, where is all of this coming from? It's me, he's like, yeah, I'm like, what? Kanjani? So ngiyathona 18 so even mtsari busy nyalo ubanya isikhathi ufika ngalesikhathi endlini ubo busy bafana le dolobheni busy bafana le town. I'm like, I tried calling. He's like, oh, uyangiphendvula. Hi, angenele ngenthambo. He sees that I'm not crying. He gets his belt. I start thrashing with the belt. I was busy with boys, Indian, and I'm just there like, I was not busy with boys. I was waiting for you guys to come get me from town, as per our conversation with your girlfriend. Pushes me against the wall. I will never forget him saying ngakubulala. I will never forget him saying ngakukhombisa ukuthi namhla ngimbaba wakho. Pushed me against the wall. He strangled me. Me and death, we were like this. We were facing each other like this. He strangled me. I'm not talking 2 seconds, when a sec or something like that. He strangled me. Like, he was busy constantly saying ngitakubulala ngikukhombisa ukuthi namhla ngimbaba wakho while strangling me. That was when, like, pain, because I had anger and pain from the past, like the things he had done to me in the past. That was when that was when everything just came, like, all at once. And yeah, I'm actually thinking my own father's gonna kill me today. And then I'm sorry, I'll come back when I'm okay. Sorry, I did not see myself crying. Because I've been talking about this to my friends, people that know, and I wouldn't cry, but like, I don't know why, but I guess I had to feel. So yeah, that moment, I felt like, oh wow, he's actually gonna take my life. Now I'm crying. I'm just a whole mess. Like, I'm gonna lose my life in the hands of my own father. I won't lie to you guys, like, I'd see the red flags, but because I loved him so much, yes, I used the past tense, I loved him so much. I was blinded by the love I had for him. I didn't see every wrong that he would do to me. But that day, I lost all respect and everything good for him. Yeah, he strangled me, guys. So yeah, and then when he stopped strangling me, and I started crying because, oh my god, this man spared my life. Wow. For some weird reason, I just broke down, but not very hard. Like, but I was just there, like, he spared my life. As if strangling wasn't enough. He went back to beating me. He went back to thrashing me. That's when I started crying again. I was loud. I'm like, that time I'm apologizing. Like, that time, the only thing I could say to him was, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then his girlfriend, like his first baby mama, came through and rescued me. And she was like, hi ngamane, at the back of my head, I'm like, I don't know what I did wrong. Was my wrong not knowing where this house was? Was my wrong not being told, not being taken to the house prior to him moving into the house? Where was I wrong? Was I wrong for asking for my birth certificate? Was I wrong for asking for what's rightfully mine, for my future, for the future of my education? I went to the bathroom. I cried. And then I decided, my mother, it's late now, and my mother doesn't know where I am. So it's high time I called my mom. I called my mom, and when she said, the first thing I did was cry. I broke down. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't talk. I just cried. And then I dropped the call. And I called again when I was a bit fine. And I told her everything. And I told her I was in Babane, Tembelihle, and whatnot. My mother came with my sister's mom, because my sister's mom knew the place. Because my mother cut like all ties off with my dad a long time ago. Yeah, my mother came through. Steadying sound. That know my mom. Me and my mom, yeah, when we're mad, you don't play around. So she came through. She came to the house. She's like, go to the car. She went into the house. I don't know what she said, but we could hear that she was fucking mad. She was so mad. We went back home. My mom was having a job. She was having the time of her life. But when I called, she dropped everything because she's my mom. That's why I love her. We went back home. My great-grandmother was there. I had to act strong because had I told her, like, that would double misery, because she was gonna get like really stressed out and would have to go to the hospital because sugar like home. I had to nurse my bruises, the lashes on my back. I had to nurse my body, and I went to sleep with a broken heart. And my mother wanted to involve the cops, but because I had hope, bendine temba, this person will come apologize the next day. Till today, Mele, I'm sorry, like, I think that's what has really fucked me up, and that's like why you'll never find me talking highly of my dad, because he never said I'm sorry. And I don't even want much from him. I don't want money, I don't want anything. I just want him to apologize, and that was like, I think that would just soften my heart up. A simple I'm sorry. So yeah, guys, till today I don't talk to him. I can't stand his presence. I can't stand talking to him. I can't stand talking about him. No. So for those that would constantly ask me where my father is, this is why y'all don't know who, where, how my father is. Because Gwanami Angat, like, I literally cut him off. And I'm sorry for, like, if this whole thing affects my siblings. I'm so sorry for that. And just know I love you guys. I'm just not about your father. On to a lighter note, guys, if you want to get your face done by me, do DM. Like, I'm actually promoting my business now. From talking about almost dying in the hands of my father to talking about business, please do DM me. at Bushlebu at Bushley Knows Best for your bookings. If you're in Joburg, I'm here for you. I love you guys. Please do subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you're watching this video, please do subscribe, like it if you like it, and comment down below. Anything really, comment. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not so hyped up because what I just talked about was very, but yeah, do like, comment, and subscribe.
Set me free.
When it's colder, you give me shelter. Bring me closer so we can
set me
greater.
free.
When it's colder and it's October, I can count on you.